Alright, let's do this thing. Hello, people of the internet. TimerTex here, once again. And welcome to Rapid Fire. This is the show where I cover the what-ifs that just couldn't cover it as their own series, be it they be too short, too weird, or just don't change a whole lot. But I still feel like they deserve to be mentioned a little bit. So, anytime a what-if like this nature happens to come along, they will likely go into a rapid-fire episode. And since I plan to cover multiple anime series, or even multiple series in general, doesn't even have to be anime, I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of rapid-fire episodes. That goes without saying. So, yes, expect to see more in the future. Alright, enough lollygagging, let's get started. Yeah, we might as well start with a Naruto what if. Besides, what if Sasuke died is debatably one of my most popular what ifs on the channel at the moment. So, why not look into what would happen if we killed Hinata, the other reason why Narasaku didn't get canon. When are we going to kill Hinata? Where do you think we're going to do it? Alright, so, Neji fights Hinata like he does in the preliminaries, and he does win. Only, instead of grievously wounding Hinata, he straight up kills her. Thus, giving his motivations a bit more credibility. And also, making Naruto's resolve a bit more powerful when he says he's going to avenge Hinata and beat down Neji in the Chunin exams. During the exams, Naruto does win, and things after that sort of realign themselves to the original timeline. Though, instead of Hinata in the filler episodes, it's just some random girl that's going to be replacing Hinata on her squad. Going up to the pain fight, that girl is, again, a stand-in for Hinata, and the same thing kind of plays out. Naruto does not marry this girl, he doesn't really know her that well, though he does respect her, so after the pain fight, things completely realign themselves, and in the end, Naruto does, marry Sakura because there isn't any Hinata to marry. Yeah, you know your character is useless if nothing changes when your character is taken out of the story. Well, we've started to see what happens when you kill Sasuke, so what happens when you kill the other rival? Let's check that out, shall we? During Sasuke's and Naruto's fight with Haku, instead of only Sasuke being rendered unconscious, Naruto just straight up dies in there, and Sasuke is badly injured, allowing Haku to off Sasuke, take down the mirrors, and assist Zabuza in fighting against Kakashi. And yeah, that's gonna be pretty tough for Kakashi to take them down. He almost can't. In fact, I don't think he could. So yeah, Kakashi dies too, and Sakura straight up dies too, allowing them to kill Tazuna, and Gato takes over the Land of Waves. So yeah, things really went to shit there. Not only that, but without Naruto and Sasuke, there's no one to really stop Gaara, so the Leaf Village is destroyed by the Sand Village and the Sound Ninja. Yeah, Orochimaru still loses his arms, but hey, he can get those back easy. The Kyuubi is free. Yeah, he would die once Naruto does, but he would just be reincarnated and thus be free to roam and destroy anything he wants. And that's if the Akatsuki don't come after it. And when they do, they're ultimately successful in their goals. Speaking of the Akatsuki, they don't lose any members. Well, maybe Orochimaru, but he left on his own volition. So, yeah, they get a total dominated victory, and so does Orochimaru. And thus we have come to the polar opposite of the first part of Rapid Fire. You know you're important if everything goes downhill when you die. So killing Naruto is a very bad thing for this world. Unless, of course, you are the Akatsuki or have a snake fetish. Let's face facts, guys. Pokemon will always be cool. And if you think otherwise, you're not a person. But what Pokemon is the coolest one of all? How about the one that everyone and their grandmother picks in the Generation 1 games? Myself included. Charizard is one of the most popular Pokemon there is, and for good reason. We have Ash partially to thank of that. Ever since he got that Charmander long ago, we fell in love with his pseudo-dragon. Hard to believe this was one of Ash's more rebellious Pokemon. That's right. For those of you kiddos who never actually saw the first season of Pokemon, Charizard did not always listen to Ash. In fact, he pretty much made it his mission to do whatever he wanted, and really make Ash feel bad about being a shitty trainer. Now, Ash first uses his Charmeleon to help a girl with her Paris in Season 1. And yeah, things go pretty well. He goes through his Pokemon, using Pikachu, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and then Charmeleon, the latter of which is listening to him. Going it pretty easy on this girl, especially since Paris is very weak. This, of course, later on works for this lady, named Cassandra, and Team Rocket's involvement in this episode is pretty much the same. So, the really big quote-unquote difference is that Charmeleon is listening to Ash now. Let's fast forward to the episode with the Aerodactyl. So, yeah, Ash still does call upon Charmeleon and it is more keen to go into battle, but it still gets knocked on its ass. Though later on, yeah, we do get the part with Charmeleon evolving into Charizard and Charizard flying after Aerodactyl. Only, it's not so much of trying to fight the Aerodactyl after getting pissed off by it. That's only part of the reason. He also needs to rescue Ash now, because, again, he likes Ash and wants to protect him. After all, it's because of Ash that Charizard's even still alive now. With Charizard's fierce might and Jigglypuff singing, Aerodactyl is put back to sleep and put underground to continue its rest. And now we go to the Pokemon League. Why skipping that far? Because with Charizard now listening to Ash, he has a easier time dealing with Team Rocket and getting badges. Ash's fight with Richie, or Ricky or whatever his name is, actually is more in Ash's favor, because again, Charizard is listening to Ash, so he can defeat both Rizzo and, or whatever his Pokemon's names are, and also Sparky. Yeah, in short, Ash is able to beat Richie. All because of Charizard. Now, does he also get past the next round? I'm going to say no. Just to keep up with trends, with Ash never getting past a major Pokemon League. But don't you worry, he still manages to pull in a win in the Orange Islands. Which, by the way, goes about the same. The entire adventure goes about the same, only again, Charizard listens to Ash. So, anytime he just pulls it out, it's just going to be more one-sided for Ash. Yeah. And then we get to Season 2, the Johto League. Ash still does give up Charizard, but it's for less about his Charizard being weak and more about wanting it to grow more. Anyway, that's really all that changes for What If Charizard Listen to Ash. So, I'm just going to continue on and make this less rambly. Dragon Soul! Step aside, Masako. I want to have a turn at this. We all know who Beerus is, if we've seen Dragon Ball Super. But for those of you who don't know, Beerus is the God of Destruction, a being of pure chaos who, as the title suggests, destroys things. It is because of this purple cat thing, which for some reason makes me think of a kangaroo when I look at him, that Goku is able to really get stronger after Z. And that's if you consider Super Canon, which it technically is. All of this because Beerus decided to wake up and seek out his rival. But what if he didn't do that? What if this destroyer decided to stay in bed and catch a few more Z's? No pun intended. Well, the two of them certainly wouldn't fight each other because you kind of need a god to have a battle of gods, so yeah, the Beerus arc doesn't happen. So the era of peace goes on for a little bit longer, and Bulma's birthday is much more enjoyable for everybody. Frieza is still resurrected, and just like in the original canon, he sets off to go train. For 4 months, which is both bewildering and kind of horrifying. Now, during that time, the other Z Warriors aren't not catching on to what's happening. They know Frieza's still around, but they don't really know what he's up to, so they're going to be doing some training of their own, just trying to get stronger. Little do they know, it's not really going to be much of use. After said 4 months of training are over, they finally get to fight each other. That being Goku and Frieza. Again. Only, it's pretty evident that Frieza is a bit stronger than Goku, and that he's holding back. Even with Super Saiyan, Goku's struggling. And it is there and then when Frieza goes golden. With only Super Saiyan 3 as Goku's strongest technique? Yeah, there's no way Earth is going to be there anymore. So, yep, Frieza beats up Goku, destroys the planet, and is free to rule over the entire universe once again. That is until Zeno erases it. Yeah. So, really bad ending for our dear old Universe 7. But, yeah, that's kind of what happens when your God of Destruction won't wake up. Now, This one might become its own series in the future, albeit under a different title. So let me cover a few things first. First off, yes, I do watch Black Clover, and I do enjoy it. Secondly, Team Noel all the way. I don't think I need to say why. Third, Black Clover is still relatively new in terms of anime standards. I mean, the anime is still in season 2, and the manga hasn't even gotten close to reaching its climax yet. So, don't expect to see that many Black Clover what-ifs for a while, at least until the anime has progressed a bit more. Fourth, keep in mind that I've only seen the anime, and I've only recently started reading the manga. So, forgive me if I miss anything, because I'm probably going to. And fifth, when I say doesn't like, I don't mean hate. Because Asta's not the kind of person that seems to hate people for no reason. Instead, I mean, just doesn't have romantic feelings for. So, that said, let's begin. There really isn't much change here at all. I mean, granted, if Asta is ever asked if there's anyone special in his life, he would say that there isn't at the moment. But, on the other hand, that does open up quite a bit of opportunities. So, yeah, until we actually see more of the anime, and more of the manga, and just see where things go, we can't really say for certain what would happen. Noelle would definitely be reassured that there isn't anyone special in Asta's life at the moment, but that also means she would need to keep on her toes to make sure that no one takes away her quote-unquote man. Or should I say, her man, quote-unquote. Yeah. So, this is not one I could really explore at the moment, hence why I might make another video in the future, because I would like to make some Black Clover what-ifs, but yeah, there just isn't enough material for me to use at the moment. Whew! That was a bit exhausting. I think I need some water. Alright, so that does it for rapid fire. So, I'd like to know your opinions on covering a bunch of what-ifs at once, at least a bunch of small ones. Because I wouldn't be opposed to doing it aside from my usual stuff if it means uploading more and more videos. I feel like rapid fire will also be the gateway to maybe covering more what-ifs of other anime on a larger scale later on in the future. And also, help you guys to understand that I'm not just going to do Naruto stuff. I would like to explore other options. Although, this won't be just a what-if channel. Later on, I'll definitely get back to my other stuff, but for now, I just want to make sure I have a lot of videos like this for everyone to enjoy. With all that said and done, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more. And I'll see you all next time.